starting to pick up there, and obviously rhythmic, urban is really.
Yeah, it debuts on the pop songs chart this week, so it could be a top 40 hit for Drake. After his record-setting week last week, we're still
sorry,
talking about Drake.
that caught me off guard.
More Life album is still #1 for a second week, and you read about it on Billboard.com. But yeah, Passion Fruit #10, #9. What is number 9? Number 9 so wants to be announced.
Come on
so
through number 9.
It's the Chainsmokers and Paris. So up for number 10, originally peaked at number 6. Ready for some Chainsmokers history this week?
We're gonna go. Well, I guess yeah. We already.
Let's do it. They're in the top
happens,
10.
Yeah.
It's actually 2 songs by the Chainsmokers in the top 10. 48 straight weeks. They have had at least one song in the top 10. That now ties for most among duos or groups with Ace of Base.
Ace of Base.
Back to the 90s.
All that she wants.
The Sign. Don't Turn Around.
Classics.
Classics. So,
Name one more Ace of Base.
Beautiful Life is another one.
Ooh, you didn't see that coming.
I know my Ace of Base songs. Yes, so 48 straight weeks in the top 10 for the Chainsmokers. Ties for most ever by a duo or group. Third most all time. Only Katy Perry or Drake have had longer streaks in the top 10. So another month, if they can hang on, be a year of the Chainsmokers in the top 10.
Yeah. Unfortunately, if you were a member of Ace of Base and you're watching this podcast, not podcast, if you're watching this live show with video,
We're live.
Obviously the Chainsmokers are really doing strong. So I mean, all bets are on really that next week they'll take over from Ace of Base and they'll have to settle for second.
Still a good run for 23 years. They've had the record. That's not a bad run.
Yeah. Ooh, a lot of these longevity records, got Aretha and Nicki a few weeks ago. Like
Right.
a lot of these all-time records starting to come down.
Yep.
All right, we'll move on to number 8 on the Hot 100 this week. We've got Tunnel Vision by Kodak Black, down 2 spots from number 6, so sliding back a little bit. Remember, it's Kodak Black's first trip to the top 10. The song really just, about a month or so ago kind of just blew up, especially with that music video that really got people talking. Still holding on strong here in the top 10. It is the number 2 streaming song of the week this week, pulling about 31 million streams. So again, the video is really, doing a lot of damage there, and obviously that picked up with the audio. The album, his album Painting Pictures, came out on Friday, so definitely some people probably looking forward to that, checking it out, and probably might help the streams up next week as well.
Yep. Okay, number 7, down out of the top 5. Had a pretty good run, though, in the top 5. There it is, number 7, down from number 3. It's Zayn and Taylor Swift, I Want to Live Forever. So got
You don't want to live forever.
to number 2. Well, they don't.
I thought you said, oh, I heard I want to live forever.
Don't.
I didn't hear you say
Wanna.
don't.
That is, I have not given my personal views on being immortal. That's just Zayn and Taylor Swift.
I didn't hear the don't, but I'll let it go. We'll have to run the audio back after this.
Down from number 3. One thing we'll be watching is Zayn's former bandmate in One Direction, Harry Styles. Looks like he has his first solo single coming out on Friday. We think it's called Sign of the Times, based on what he's put out there. So we'll see if that does come out on Friday. If it has a huge first week, could be something to challenge for the top 10. In a couple weeks.
I mean, Zayn himself, when he first came out with Pillow Talk, debuted at number 1. So definitely the 1D fandom is there to support.
Does he want to live forever?
Zayn?
No, Harry Styles.
Oh, Harry. I don't know. We'll have to ask him.
All right, we'll find out.
All right, moving on to number 6 this week on the Hot 100. What we got? We got Bad and Bougie, so also down out of the top 5, but had a long, lengthy run. Also remember hit number 1 for 3 weeks way back earlier this year. So Bad and Bougie down 2 spots from number 4 last week. But it is still holding strong as the top rap song in the country, leads the Hot Rap Songs chart for a 13th week.
Yep.
So, crazy. 5 more, and it would tie a 3-way tie for the longest number 1 on rap songs. Right now, that's a 3-way tie between Drake's Hotline Bling, Missy Elliott's Hot Boys, and Iggy Azalea's Fancy. So 5 weeks,
Right.
I mean,
Although-
already been there 13, so.
Tunnel Vision's on the rap chart, though, right?
Yeah, should be
So it
climbing
could be-
for
Could be a battle
maybe
with
some
that.
contention.
Yep.
Who knows?
All right, we'll find out. Top 5 now on the Hot 100. Number 5. This song is new, back in the top 10 at a new peak. It's Kyle featuring Lil Yachty, I Spy. So it got into number 10 a couple weeks ago. Fell back out last week. This week makes a big jump, 12 to 5.
Yeah.
Streaming is up this week. Also, it's building an airplay. So it's taken a little bit of time for airplay to kick in. It's been a streaming hit first.
Yeah.
But it's becoming a top 40 hit at this point. And Kyle has his first top 5 hit. Lil Yachty has his second. And he ties his highest rank. He got to number 5 on Drum's Broccoli last year.
Broccoli last year, yeah. Nice. Good week for Kyle. Good comeback week.
Mm-hmm.
All right, keep on climbing to number 4 on the Hot 100. I think it will be
There
I
it
Feel
is.
It Coming. The Weeknd featuring Daft Punk. So got another song that hits a new peak. The Weeknd is up 1 spot from number 5 last week, and I Feel It Coming's number 4 rank this week is the highest the song has ever been. Also has a 5 to 4 move the same way on the radio songs chart, so still climbing up on radio. Definitely making a move there, and again, just keeping another solid hit from the album coming. Any I guess I know it's still obviously still building with this single, but any rumors, buzz about a third single?
I haven't heard about the next pop single, but Party Monster has been a number 1 hit on the rhythmic songs chart. So they've kind of been working both sides of the pop audiences, the rhythmic R&B side. I still like False Alarm. I still think that's a total pop hit. If that winds up becoming a single.
Because they kind of teased it before we performed on SNL back when the album was coming out.
Yeah, and it's up tempo. It could be good for the summer because by the time it's a hit, it's already it's baseball season now. So summer will be here soon.
Yes.
All right, top 3 up from number 7 to number 3. It's who else again but the Chainsmokers. Something just like this. So new peak for this song. It had gotten to number 5, fell back a little bit, up from 7 to 3. Ties for the Chainsmokers' second highest charting hit. So closer. 12 weeks at number 1. Before that, Don't Let Me Down featuring Daya hit number 3. So this one is now also hit number 3. And Coldplay, they haven't been this high since 2008 when Viva La Vida hit number 1 and they were in the top 5 for a few weeks.
Yeah, 9 years since that, so crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And the song debuts on the adult alternative songs chart as well this week.
Okay.
Which is just kind of interesting. It's usually the format of singer-songwriters and sort of organic, acoustic driven. So to have a dance song like this on the charts, kind of interesting. Obviously, Coldplay gives it the rock cred.
Yeah.
We've seen that with Avicii before and Aloe Black. It happens sometimes, but
Okay.
just kind of interesting. It shows how much reach the song has, and really just another showing of how Chainsmokers kind of know no boundaries at this point.
Yeah, I mean, of course, with the album coming out this Friday, they've got a song with Florida Georgia Line.
That's
They've got a
right.
couple of things. So maybe there's some sort of country EDM crossover. Maybe the Chainsmokers will be on the country chart soon. Who knows?
I wouldn't bet against them. at
That
this
would
point.
be something to see. All right, so we're up to the top 2 this week. What is going to be number 1? But here's number 2. That's What I Like by Bruno Mars, which holds
Good suspense, Jim.
The producer is killing it. That's What I Like, number 2 this week on Hot 100, holding it as number 2 peak. Been number 2 for a little while now. Number 2 in airplay and sales this week. Number 3 in streaming. So really, got a nice spread all around of radio and sales, and streams are still doing very well. It's number 1 on the Hot Hip Hop and Hot R&B and Hip Hop songs chart for a 3rd week. That's Bruno Mars' first song that has hit number 1 there. So still holding strong there.
Yep.
Which
Means
kind of means maybe you would know what's number 1 this
Yeah.
week.
Bruno is just run up against a huge hit. Ed Sheeran, Shape of You, number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100 for a 10th week. How rare is that? Only the 34th number 1 hit in the Hot 100's entire history, which goes back to 1958. To be number 1 for at least 10 weeks, that's about 3% of all number 1s of all time.
Yeah.
It's a pretty big deal.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the song's been really just killing it across the board. Once again this week, it's number 1 across the board in sales, in airplay, and streaming. So, undeniably a monster smash. Just the year Sheeran continues, really.
Yep. And it seems like Castle on the Hill could be the next single. It's building an airplay at Pop and Adult Radio. Atlanta Records still hasn't decided what the second single would be. So we'll find out in the meantime. that's a good problem to have because
Yeah.
Shape of You is continuing to be number one, so they can just ride that out for a little bit longer. Why not?
Yeah.
So there it is. Ed Sheeran, number one on the Billboard Hot 100 for a 10th week. You can find out more details about the top 10, everything below the top 10 on Billboard.com. The story is posting. You can hit us up on Twitter.
For sure.
What's your Twitter?
My Twitter, still again this week, is going to be at T Anderson. The number is 5569.
I'm at GT Hot 20. Also, if you dare listen to us on the Chartbeat podcast, posting on Thursday on Billboard.com. We talk more about the Hot 100, other charts, go a little bit deeper. And this week, Trevor, huge country music star is going to be on the podcast.
Are you still not saying who?
No, let's save it for Thursday.
Okay. If you go sleuth around Billboard.com, you might find a good hint.
It's someone who has a record-breaking feat this week. That's a pretty good clue.
There you go.
So yeah, listen there. Hit us up on Twitter. Read more on Billboard.com. We'll see you here next week.
All right.
On Monday.
Have a good week, guys.
Happy opening day.